German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock is in Israel as part of her latest trip to the Middle East. A short while ago, she met with her Israeli counterpart, Israel Katz. Their talks were expected to focus on ceasefire and hostage release negotiations between Israel and Hamas. Later, Baerbock is due to meet with Israel's defense minister. Before arriving in Israel, Baerbock also announced greater German aid spending for Palestinians in Gaza. DW's Nina Haza is traveling with the German foreign minister. I asked, considering Germany's promise of more aid to the Palestinians, why not stop weapons deliveries to Israel?
Well, it's not as simple as that. Annalena Baerbock, again yesterday, explained very extensively in a press conference with the Jordanian foreign minister just how German laws function. And in Germany, there is a law in place that's called the Weapons Export Control Law. So they look very, very carefully before they deliver any weapons of any kind to a country that is in conflict, such as Israel. And Annalena Baerbock stressed again yesterday that out of 100% of weapons deliveries to Israel, you can only consider 2% of those proper weapons of war. The rest of the 98% of weapons deliveries, she said, were other weapons, which means she gave the example of a washing machine. So a washing machine is, of course, something for civilian use, but if you extract the chip from the washing machine, you can potentially also put it into a tank if you want.
She has also criticized individual ministers in the Israeli government for being, quote, irresponsible, and the government for its current actions in the West Bank. Will she get a patient hearing in Tel Aviv?
Well, it's her 11th trip to the region since the terrorist attacks by Hamas on October the 7th last year against Israel. It's her 9th trip to Israel. She does see herself as a mediator, where she says Israel is very aware, the Israeli government, that they don't have that many allies left. They've got the US and Germany by their side, essentially. So she's convinced that they'll hear what she has to say, that she keeps stressing that you have to see the pain on all sides and that Israel has to do a lot more to stop the aggressive behavior by radical settlers, for example, in the West Bank. So that is a message that she's definitely going to try and get across to her counterparts. Having said that, it's of course also something where she's getting increasingly a message that people are losing patience with that German approach as well. So she does have, she has a lot to lose herself as well for Germany's standing in the world if this approach doesn't work. But there is this possibility of looking into potential war crimes by the Israeli army and also essentially find a way of holding individual ministers accountable for that. So that's always in the room as well.
And Baerbock will also be meeting Palestinian officials later. What should we expect from those meetings?
Yeah, she'll be traveling to Ramallah later, where she'll meet the leaders of Fatah, which is, of course, not the organization that represents all of the Palestinians. They are people who know that in Germany they have somebody who can truly convey what the Israeli government is currently thinking, doing, planning, and she'll definitely convey to them the message that the Palestinians also need to find a way of organizing themselves in a way that the Palestinians have a proper voice, but that she will insist also that she gets across this message to her Israeli counterparts that she sees that the Israeli government could do a lot more to end this brutal and terrible conflict.
Chief Political Correspondent Nina Haza in Tel Aviv. Thanks so much for that.